Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or I'm tired. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Euphonos Legacy League. Now, today I'm going to be doing this video by myself because it is a more relaxed video. It's all about predictions for week 1. Matches have already happened. No Johnning is a concept, so ladies and gentlemen, it is time for me to predict your predictions, and today is just going to be just a more chill video. I have, not researched all the players, so take these predictions with a pinch of salt, but I'm going to be going through every single match, give you my thoughts on it, and see what happens, okay? Also, these tiers are specifically choiced and designed by Euphonos, so big credit to him for making this tour possible. As his banner says, on the verge of retirement for good. So this will be kind of a neat send-off for him. Of course, the art shown by my usual co-host, PokeArt, who won't be featured in this tour. Let's go through each matchup, shall we, and see what the weeks are for these week mat 1 matchups. First of all, we got the Urban Dubwool versus General Luna. In first of all, the best of 3 multi-gen OU, Miyoko versus Memphis Depay. And then they're going to be playing Gen 7 first. Now, the first thing you'll notice that the numbers are bolded. That means that they're going to be playing that Gen first. So Gen 7 is going to be played first. And I feel like with both these players, it's going to come down to team building and prepare. Actually, most of them are coming down to team building and prepare, but also just the overall strengths of their forte in their respective tiers. And I think Miyoko will definitely stomp on Memphis Depay. I don't see Memphis Depay winning particularly. I think Miyoko definitely is the better player of the two, so I'm rooting for him. So we'll see what happens. Next up is the best of 3 multi-gen OU for the tiers I actually like to play. Sorry, modern gen OU fans. Gen 4, 5, and 6 OU, we got Jack Cuzzler versus Waffle 04. Gen 4 is going to be played first. And I am going for 2 for 2 for the Urban Dubwool, and I'm choosing Jack Cuzzler. And then in true McCoy fashion, I like to go through these ones fast without a co-host. With a co-host, it's a little bit more, there's going to be a little bit more reasoning, but as I've noted before, I haven't researched all players, just researched some of the more notable ones, see what they've done. And as for the other ones, there isn't really, well, either A, I couldn't find any things on them, and B, even watching the replays there, I can kind of guess like a general feel on how they play. And I'm still going to go with Jack Cuzzler on this one. I feel like with enough prep, I think Waffle can definitely beat him. But I'm picking Jack Cuzzler here. Next up is SV Cam of Chaos. And it's a matchup that any TP fan would know. It's the Dragon Master versus the Hisui region. And you're getting one up on you, Hisui region, you motherfucker, because I'm going to pick you over the Dragon Master. Apologies for the language. But yeah, I'm definitely picking Hisui region to win here. Advita, I haven't been really impressed with in terms of this particular OMM. So I'm definitely rooting for someone who has more of an experience with this one and definitely has the better playing experience and the better prep build and the better team support. Hisui region's got this. SS Cap, we got Ming versus Uwu 1v1. I know Ming. I've ran to his name a couple of times before. I've seen of, just not a whole lot. So I'm definitely going more traditionalist and going for Ming here. That's 3 for 1 against the General Lunas, but don't worry, your time will come. Gen 7 RU, we got Fiend versus Seth, and Fiend may be the favorite going in because of the RU leadership status. Seth could definitely pull an upset if he if he chooses to, I think he can do with the level of play he's been having. But Fiend, as the more traditionalist RU player, is going to be the major standout for the Urban Double. So they have a great pickup in choosing Fiend. So yeah, I think Fiend, quite honestly, might go undefeated. Yeah, so I'm choosing Fiend. Sorry. Or else, we got TTK versus Diane Ratson. And despite the fact that Diane Ratson is a fellow Filipino, I'm honestly pulling for TTK on this one. I think TTK has a little bit more prep work going into this, and I'm a little bit more impressed with how they play as opposed to Diane Ratson. So, no hard feelings. TTK will win. Next up, Black and White Ubers. We got Shitrock and Joyer versus Society. Really? Do I have to? Yeah. This matchup is a little bit more okay, as Euphonos mentioned. This might be one of the more stacked pools. So this is gonna be pretty interesting to watch, especially with Gen 5 Ubers, a meta, which I myself am not very familiar with, but I've played a couple of games to at least gauge some sort of semblance on the meta, and I think Society has got the tools. He's a previous UPL champion, as you saw. I'm going with Society. And as for best of 5 DPP 1v1, we got AM versus Mentality. The predicts that have been posted here seem very split on it. Like, JM5 says AM, Long Rat says Mentality. And after seeing both, I actually am going to pick Mentality here. Yeah. Like, AM may have all the badges in the world and has that one trophy, but I'm rooting for an upset, basically. But despite that, I do predicted Urban Double 5-3. Well, we'll see what happens. Actually, no. I think I predicted a 4-4. Alright, so it's going to be a tie, but maybe one of them could do a 5-3. Maybe if AM wins, or if Mr. Hitrock Enjoyer actually does well in his matchup. And I will be taking notes. But they're going to be a little bit more looser than I say BLT or TLT, where Pokeyard goes a bit more in depth. I'm just going to give you my reactions, my thoughts. But I will be taking notes of each and every one of you, because I need to do a little thinky here in terms of later predicts down the road. Next up is our Up Darmani Down versus APOM Hiking Society. Interesting. First of all, we have the best of 3 multi-gen OU Hex versus Akeras, and they're going to be playing Gen 7 first as well. I was really thinking that, the first every lineup gets to play. Gets to roll, basically, a 7, 8, 9 as opposed to, hey, you're all going to be playing this instead of, each individual can start with a different thing. I don't know, that's how I would have booked it, but here we are. Euphonos rules 90% of the time. So, Hex versus Akeras. I have seen Akeras' replays before, and he is good. He is 100% good. Sasha has done some great things in the past, but not sure if his play is up to par with the current way of thinking, as in 2025 as opposed to Prime Hex. So I'm going to say Akeras. I am going to say Akeras for this one, because I generally think that he is the stronger player of the two. I'm a little bit more impressed with his replays as opposed to Hex's more recent replays. So yeah, I'm thinking Akeras. Next up is the best of 3 multi-gen OU. They're going to be starting off with Gen 4 again between Alpha 1013 and Shing. I know Youth was very high on Shing, but I don't know. This matchup seems to be kind of a hidden highlight, if you will. So this one should be pretty interesting to watch. I am going to say Alpha, just to be a little bit more differential, but I wouldn't be surprised if Xing wins. Next up is Camu Chaos, and I feel very bad for Velcroc as he has to face against Banded Body Press. Well, that's not entirely wrong on Velcroc. Velcroc has proven to do great things if he's given the right team support and if he's properly motivated. I am gonna pick Banded Body Press though. I am going to pick Banded Body Press to win. Next up is SS Cap, Uta the Clown versus Earth Flax. Well, poor Uta. Poor Uta. I pegged him as a decent, or maybe I said in the video, I'm not really, in the draft reactions video, that I wasn't really the most high on Uta. Well, he's decently solid. And after checking out his more recent replays, he is solid, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I think Earthflax wins. I think Earthflax is a better player here in SS Cap. Maybe I will be a little bit more high next week if he does win, but really this is just make or break for me at this point in terms of Uta. Next up is Usum RU. We got Gulch versus Neomon, which actually happened. And Gulch won. Yeah, look at that. Won a close one. I will be checking out that match next week. You're going to hear my thoughts, my reactions. Maybe even bring in Euphonos if you want. But, yeah, I would have picked Gulch. Because I genuinely think Gulch is a better player. But, hey, I wouldn't be hard-pressed to see Neomon win that one, but yeah. Good on Gulch for winning. That's one way to predict. Next up is Oras UU, and it's between Tor's mains, Banbadoro versus Seru. Ooh, this is a matchup. This is a matchup that is honestly quite easy. I'm sorry to say this, but I don't think Banbadoro's Horo. I think Banbadoro's past his prime. I've said it. Banbadoro, I think, has past his prime. He was a good player back when he first debuted, back in the day during Tor's Room, but I don't see that killing instinct that I've seen in past. I think he's just playing more casually now, a little bit more lax, kind of like me. So I definitely do think Seru is going to win this. I think Seru has a much more, focused mentality. I think Seru is a little bit more, passionate about Pokemon than I say Banbadoro is. But Banbadoro can still play a very good amount. Can certainly match up if he is properly motivated, but I definitely do think Seru has the wider range of support, has the better, or has a more, I would say, better ratio. Give it a 60, a 70-30-ish. So, yeah, I'm picking Seru to win this. Next up is Black and White Ubers. We got Kaizen versus Ineros. I'm a little high on Ineros as opposed to Kaizen, so I think I'm a little bit. I'm gonna lean more of Ineros here. I definitely do think Kaizen might pull out a win if he's given the chance, but I'm gonna go for Ineros to win here. And the DPP 1v1 tour, Stravench versus Dreepy. Oh boy, Dreepy slotting in this, and not, well, where would you slot Dreepy? Where would you slot Dreepy if you're not gonna put the other ones? I don't know. But I think Dreepy could be in trouble. Stravench, one of the better 1v1 players I've seen, and he's from the Philippines. I'm gonna go with Stravench. Sorry, Dreepy. I mean, the others can do well, but you yourself might get a tougher matchup, but it is 1v1. It is all dependent on your Pokemon choice. So good luck. Good luck to all of you. And we got the final matchup. Yes, this is a 6-team tour instead of a 8-man tour. 8-team tour. A Radioactive Sliggoo Project versus the Snivy of Spades. Best of 3 multi-gen OU. We got Hori versus Wesley. The Battle of E. And yeah, Hori won. Which I really did not expect. I really didn't expect Hori to take this, like, immediately and also win in 2. I thought Wesley was gonna win 1, at least. But yeah, Hori won. Definitely gonna be checking out this game later. Yeah, I'm gonna, I will say, I was pulling for Wesley to win, but, so I'll take the L there. Yeah, good to see, like, good to see the new blood. Good to see the new blood, kicking off the high gear when it counts and immediately setting yourself up to win, to set a good omen, a good precedent for your team. Best of 3 multi-gen OU, we got Real Blazing versus Dunox. Well. You know me back in the day. You know me back in the day, I wasn't exactly the biggest fan of Real Blazing. But in terms of old gens, Dunox, I mean, he could have a chance. He really could. I'm still picking him. You think I was gonna pick Real Blazing from the way I've been speaking, but no, I think Dunox still has it. But I am afraid of a few things. Dunox getting hacks is one of them. So, hopefully Dunox wins in a clean game. Real Blazing might pull off an upset against one of the highest priced player in this pool. So this is going to be interesting. Next up is Cam of Chaos. Class versus the 3KL Taker. Haha Gamer got 3K and is fighting Class in Cam of Chaos. Rematch from TPP, anyone? Yeah, this one. Ooh, I don't know if they up their game or not. But I think L Taker might still have this. From past performances, I think L Taker wins. Their ability to like shift their way of thinking is very commendable, especially when I check the chat over in TPP. Well, Class is like, he's a trooper. He has pulled off some really good wins in the past, and I wouldn't be necessarily surprised if they win here. Class does need like some good like big wins to kick off their season, and this might be if they can take down Haha Gamer in the first one. I think Class is set for life in Cam of Chaos. I think L Taker will win, but I think Class could legitimately pull off the win here. So this is a highlight match. All I'm saying is that this right here, that is a highlight match for the ages, and I can't wait to catch it live. Hopefully they post their time. SS Cap Concept versus Dex. This one's gonna be fun. This is gonna be just as fun as the previous one because I also think this is a highlight match. I like this matchup quite a lot. We've seen both players perform in TPP, and they've done decently in past years. So moving on to Cap, though, is going to be quite the interesting turnabout. Concept, he might take this. Dex could also take this. It really just depends on who's the better player. I'm thinking Dex. I'm honestly thinking Dex. And no, it's not because I was comparing badges. I genuinely do think Dex is the better player. Sorry. That's just how it is. Next up is Gen 7 RU, LBN versus Clem. Clem's gonna be a favorite. This man, Clementine, genuinely, I think if he doesn't land a positive record this tour, I don't know what to think anymore. Yeah, I'm thinking Clem. Sorry, LBN. You might be an oldie. You've been joining the Saints since June 2016, but I think Clem is favored. I really do think Clem is favored here. Nice reaction score though. 40,000. Jeez. Oras, we got Lara versus True Psycho. An interesting matchup. I have seen both their replays, and I think both of them have definitely got tools. They've definitely, there's some interesting games. There are some good games that I've watched, but there are also a lot of bad games that I've watched. So this is going to be a mixed bag between the two. I think in True Psycho, though. I am thinking True Psycho, after Euphonos kind of convinced me during the draft. True Psycho, I think, I'm favoring them. I like their play a little bit better than Lyra, but Lyra could easily pull off a win. So, yeah, that is my gut feeling. BW Ubers, we got Bread Sandwich versus Ray. UMPL champion versus the Ultimate Edgelord. Wow. What a sentence. This matchup is a little bit more 50-50. I see both players do incredibly well, and I've seen both do horribly at some point. But these matchups are a little bit more janky, and especially it's an unfamiliar tier as Black and White Ubers. Who has the more experience? I don't know. Maybe, but I'll go for Ray. I think I'll go for Ray here. And no, just not because she has the weeb like banner and profile pic and whatnot and name, maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna go for Ray. Best of 5 DPP 1v1. Got RTM versus Nuxel. RTM has been favored here, but I am going to go for Nuxel here. I'm a little bit more keen on picking Nuxel more than RTM, but RTM could easily win. I have seen RTM play. They're good. I think Nuxel is just better. All of these matches, I think. All of these matches are just me going, this guy's better. I might pull for them. So let's go then. So that is it. Sorry if this is a short video. It is a short video today. Next week is going to be a longer video. Don't worry. I'll be watching your guys' matches very closely. So thank you all for watching. Please like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, click that notification bell so you wouldn't miss a video once it comes out. I'll see you next week for week 2. This has been Mikoy, signing out.